and welcome back. Let's be real for a minute. AI is everywhere. It's in our tools, our brainstorming sessions online, our editing software. Even that weird ad you saw 5 minutes ago probably had a sprinkle of AI learning in it. But if you're a creator, you probably felt that mix of curiosity and skepticism. The is this actually helping me or just flooding the internet with more dull content? So, today let's have an honest conversation. No overhype, no doom spiral, just a grounded look at what AI is actually good at in the creative stratosphere. and when it's still, and well, sorry, and where it still completely drops the ball. Because, in my opinion, well, we'll get into that in here in a minute. So, this is part 2 of our creative series on AI and the creation process. In part 1, we talked about what AI is and why it's such a big deal right now. And in the next video, I'll walk you through the specific tools I use and how I use them. But today, we're getting into the nitty-gritty mess of it all. The reality versus the hype. So, grab your coffee or whatever fuels your creative juices and let's dive on in. Okay? So, let's start with the good stuff because we could always use good news. And AI can be the perfect game changer if you know where to use it. We've all been there. Blank page, zero ideas, cursor blinking like it's a bomb about to go off. That is where AI comes in handy. When I've been stuck, like trying to write out trends or just to get research to make sense, and my brain just says, nah, I'm good. AI has given me or gives me several angles to kind of trick my brain into working. Were they all brilliant and amazing and perfect? Not even close. Oh, the terror. But the thing is they were something, which is better than nothing. And sometimes that's all you need to get your brain to fire, basically. It's like, I now treat it like a buddy who never runs out of suggestions when you're trying to brainstorm. Just don't expect it to be the life of the party. And I'm not the only one. When I asked the question on Reddit, that was kind of the beginning of this journey, so to speak. One creator put it perfectly. It's like a creative partner who offers ideas without ego. I don't always take them, but they push me in new directions. Oh, that was a chef's kiss moment. No joke. And I just, anyway, I could go with the whole Reddit thread. Like, that was just the most amazing thing ever. So, anyway, you know that feeling when you've got like 1,000 thoughts in your head and no idea how to organize them or how to voice them? Well, not voice them, but how to make them make sense? Well, AI is perfect with helping with that, like I said. The really nice thing is that in ChatGPT or Gemini, depending on whether I want it to be a bit more creative or a bit more researched. I just give it a topic and it spits out a surprisingly logical structure, like a digital outline professor, so to speak. And I used to spend, before I really got into the whole AI thing, I used to spend hours trying to figure out episodes for my channel before I even got to the writing portion of it. now that time goes into making the content better for consumption rather than just organizing thoughts and processes and stuff like that. And I also use AI as a second set of eyes, which makes it perfect for editing because it's great at catching grammar slip-ups, repetitive phrasing, and those "did I seriously use that phrase or that word or that combination of words X amount of times in that single document?" And the really wonderful thing about it is that it catches those, and sometimes it may or may not give you suggestions that make sense with the, you know, with the content you're creating. And it makes you wonder, is it perfect? No. I will tell you right now, it's not perfect. AI is so it has quite a bit of improvements to make when it comes to some things. But the good thing is that it's great as a helpful editor who just doesn't get tired and who can pick up what your topic is and help you word it better. But it doesn't sound like you. I will tell you right now, it never will. It's just, I wouldn't really trust, I don't trust it with my tone at all. And we'll get more into that in a minute. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Apologies. Another one is the research portion of it. So I use AI like a research assistant who's read the entire internet but takes all the controversial things as fact. Or it occasionally just stretches things a little to the absurdity, so to speak. And the really nice thing is it's great for surfacing sources, summarizing ideas, or just helping me get a quick read on the topic so I can understand more in depth of what I'm talking about. But I always double check anything factual. For example, I once had Chat GPT help me draft a blog post. Structurally, it was solid, perfect. The grammar was tight, and it was technically amazing. But when I read it back, it felt hollow, like somebody else wrote it. Clean, but lifeless. And I ended up rewriting most of it in my personal voice. But the time it saved getting started, in my opinion, so worth it. And this theme came up again and again in the different Reddit replies. One user in particular said, AI helps me get from blank page to working draft, but I still have to bring the soul. Love that one. Love that one. Another one added, I don't mind using AI as a jumping off point, but I always rewrite it to sound like me. And the thing is that's the point. It's not about handing over the wheel. It's about getting that helpful push when you're stuck in creative traffic. So All right, so on the opposite side, AI does have its perks, but let's not kid ourselves. It's got some pretty amazingly terrifying weak points too. And if you spent any time actually using the tools, you already know what I'm about to say. It doesn't sound like you is the big one. Because no matter how many times you prompt it with "write in my voice," it doesn't quite land, even if you use descriptive words, because it becomes too formal, too balanced, too reasonable. And listen, nobody's always reasonable. Sometimes you rant, and sometimes you want to go off on tangents or use metaphors that don't make sense, that feel just right, you know? But AI, oh, it smooths out the edges, turns your spicy take into a bland, medium salsa. Not offensive, but also not the best in the world. And one time, for example, I had ChatGPT draft an intro about finding creativity in everyday moments. Um, So I printed it and I took it out for a walk with me, literally reading it aloud while walking. And I apologize for the people in my neighborhood that probably thought I was a little crazy. But halfway through talking it out loud, I stopped and went, no, I need to restructure the whole thing. I need to just wipe the slate clean and start from the first word. The problem being it was too clean, way too structured, and it sounded like one of those boring posts where everyone's pretending, where everyone's pretending to have revelations while sipping matcha on the rooftop. Phrases like unlock your creative potential and discover inspiration in your daily life. It read like it was written by one of those lazy influencers we all hear about. And so I scraped it and rewrote the whole thing. It was super messy. It had weird humor, but it was me. It sounded like me. And that one got people replying to me. Like someone finally who doesn't pretend to be somebody they're not. And once I asked for something that had to do specifically with tone. Like I said, hey, give me XYZ topic, but with dry humor at the end. And what I got back was what I could only describe as the AI equivalent of a dad joke. I kid you not. With a hanging in the air. Oh, that one was bad. See, that's what AI doesn't get much. I mean, there are some points where AI totally gets it. The thing is with jokes and humor, it's not just wordplay. It's in the timing, the cultural references, the self-awareness. And AI just hasn't nailed any of it at all. And I don't think it ever will. Because at best, it gives you what I call, well, Microsoft wit. Technically correct, emotionally vacant. And Reddit folks noticed this too. One person wrote, AI always tries to balance everything. It kills the edge. I want sarcasm. I want sharpness. I want attitude. Honestly, I couldn't have said it better myself. Seriously. And when it comes to originality, we just need to realize that AI doesn't create from scratch. It combines stuff that's already exists in clever ways, which is awesome. But when you're looking for that one wild out there idea, the one that makes people stop scrolling, it usually doesn't come from a chatbot or from AI anyway. One Redditor said this in the most awesome way. She said, AI is good at giving you average content fast, but average isn't what I'm trying to make. That's the point. So yeah, AI is a tool, a useful one sometimes. But if you're looking for soul, style, or even a spark, you've got to bring that yourself. Here's the bottom line. AI isn't the enemy, but it's not some creative messiah either. It's just a tool. A really fast, sometimes helpful, mostly frustrating, always slightly robotic tool. It can absolutely help you brainstorm, outline, polish, move faster. But the key is it cannot replace your voice. It can't fill what you're trying to say. And it definitely can't interject your weirdness, your worldview, your this probably won't work, but I'm doing it anyway energy. See, AI can help you frame the house. But remember, you're the one painting the walls, deciding what to hang in the kitchen. So use it. Play with it. Learn where it shines and where it falls flat. But don't, under any circumstances, hand it the mic. Now, I want to hear from you. What's one thing AI generally has helped you with? And what's one thing that has totally missed the mark? I look forward to reading every single one in the comments below. Let's get some laughter going on, guys. And hey, if you want more Writesparky stuff, I've got behind the scenes content on my blog, some epic fantasies if you're into that. And I hang out a lot on X and Facebook. All links are down below. So go exploring, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great day. Bye.